Alright, so basically what I did with her today, I've already worked with her, and unfortunately the camera had to stay behind charging. But I did want to film some and explain to you what I did and demonstrate it for you so that while you're at home, you can practice it with her and continue to progress, because she only has a couple of days left with me and you're going to have to continue the work. So basically all I did with her yesterday was every time that I was in the middle of going from one thing to the other, I'd come in, catch her a few times, and then go on with my day, come in a little bit later, catch her a few times, and then in the evening, I turned her out in the round pen with no lead rope on, and then went in and would catch her a few times just the same. So that's all I really did with her yesterday. Today, we worked on taking the halter off and on. As you can see, she is totally loose and has no halter. And we've also been able to, I've been able to pick up both of her front feet. I worked with the rope a little bit first on her leg, and then now I was able to pick up both front feet a couple times without the rope. So we're going to play with it a little bit, and hopefully I can give you some stuff to keep working on once you take her home. Now, when I go to put the halter on, I'm going to rub my hand up the crest of her neck, a little bit up to her pole first, and then I reach my other hand underneath her neck and hand myself this long piece here, and then put it over her nose, okay? And then after she gets haltered, she gets a piece of carrot. Now, the way I work with her feet, and what I would have you do when you go home, is the first several times you do this, start with the leg rope, start by just touching her, petting her, letting the rope bump her leg, and then get the rope around her leg, let it touch her all over, pull her feet forward, pull her feet back a little bit, and get her released into the pressure of the leg rub before you try to do it without, okay? So then, when she's really comfortable, and this is actually her harder side, this right front foot, but once she's been comfortable doing it with the leg rope, then start to just really run your hand down, front and back. Good girl. And she doesn't need to pick it up yet, and I'm just going to stay with her. So then when you can touch her all the way up and down, make sure to reward her and walk her around in between a little bit. Good girl. Good girl. And everything that I've done with her front feet, once she gets solid with her front feet where you can just go walk up to her and pick them up, then I would say then start to do the same exact thing that I did then with the back feet. So now I'm just going to pet her down. Good girl. And then I'll start to just squeeze on the back just a little bit. I don't want to make her nervous, but I'm just going to give a little bit of pressure down the back of her leg. And I'll give a little pull on her fetlock. Good. Good girl. Good. And I'm not going to make her hold it. If she goes to put it back down, let her put it down. Don't try to wrestle her and make her nervous. Good. I'm waiting for that hind end to come with her before I really release the air. Good girl. Good. Good girl. And you always make sure that you have a hold on the lead rope on her halter, because if she gets upset, you want to be able to pull her head towards you so you don't get knocked with her butt. Good girl. And so she's Nice and relaxed, holding it up. She's not upset about it or trying to put it down. Good girl. Good. Now this time, let's see if I can hold the foot and give her a carrot at the same time. So I've already got it ready in my hand. That's okay. See, if she wants to put it down, I let her. Just try to fight with her about it. So I'd like her to be relaxed enough to be able to take a bite of the carrot while holding her foot up. Good. Much better response that time. That's okay. You're doing fine. Good. Good. So I'm still going to wait until her hind end comes with her. Good. Good girl. Good. Good girl. Here. Oh, you're doing. So right there, I'm not going to stop her from leaving, but I'm just going to bump her a little bit because I don't really want her to leave. But I'm not going to stop her because what ends up happening is if you stop the horse from leaving and you take away their flight, then if they get upset, they're going to have to resort to the fight, which is the last thing you want. So I'm not going to stop her. I'm just going to bump her a couple of times just so she knows that that's not what I want. Good girl. You're doing fine. So since she's getting a little bit nervous about it, I'm not going to ask her to pick up the foot right now. I'm just going to run my hand down. Good. And you start at the shoulder and just really gradually work your way down. Go back to the shoulder, work your way down. Yeah, you're fine. There's no reason to get nervous. There's no reason. You're doing fine. But I am going to pull her head towards me. So if she wants to run circles around me, I don't care. But I'm not going to let her just totally leave. I'll let her run circles around me before you know. You're doing fine, honey. Yes, you are. Good girl. You're doing fine. There you go. Good girl. Good. See? Good. Good. Good girl. So now that she's calm letting me touch it, what I'm actually going to do is break up the pattern a little bit, go to the other one, and come back. This left one was a little bit easier for her to pick up than the right one was. Just reposition you there. Good girl. But I'm still going to start with the same thing again. I'm just going to touch her down it. Good girl. Good job. And I'm just giving little light squeezes down the back of her leg. I'll pull the fetlock a little bit. Good. Good girl. Nicely done. And you just see what each horse is a little bit different. Some horses you can squeeze their chestnut, some horses it's the fetlock. Just depends. So you just play with it. Good girl, you're doing fine. Good, you're doing fine. So I'm going to go ahead and walk her just a few steps just to see if I can get her to take the weight off of it. There you go. Good girl. So if you get stuck, don't feel like I have to stay here and harass her until she picks her foot up. She was very calm letting me touch it. Good girl. Good. Good. You're doing fine. That was pretty good. See, and she's just getting more comfortable, which is what we really want. Good girl. Starting to take the weight off of it. Good. Good girl. Good job. Very well done. So now I'll see if I can go back to the other foot. Very well done. Aw, good girl. Good. Well done. Good girl. And if she wants to take it forward, I'm not going to stop her. Because like I said, right now, the main point is just getting her comfortable. There you go. You can take it. That's all right. Good girl. You're doing fine. Good girl. Good. You're doing fine. Yes, you are doing just fine. Good, good. Yeah. You're doing fine. Good. That's okay. You're doing fine, babe. Good. Good job. Well done. Aw, good girl. Good. Now, just for good measure, I'm going to go to the other side again. There you go. Good girl. Good girl. Not too bad. So then when I'm done with her though, I'm not gonna let her just go from there. I'm gonna actually re-halter her one more time because you don't want her to associate being haltered with then they do a bunch of stuff to me. And what I'm gonna do is for you, if you wanna leave her halter on when you get home in her stall is fine and work up to this point. But what I would do when you leave, if you're gonna leave her halter on, come up to her with the lead rope, catch her one time, walk her around a little bit, pet her a little bit, and then what I would do is take the lead rope, put it over her neck, up towards the top, and clip it to itself, so that you do have something just in case for while you're working with her. Sometimes I know she regresses. Good girl. And then I would take the halter off. Good girl. And if she wants to move around, it's fine. She usually likes being caught in that corner over there, so you'll find where she's more comfortable with it. Good girl. And same thing. I'll just run my hand up the crest of her neck a little bit. And then she gets a carrot. And I take the rope off. So, as you're working with her, just take baby steps and build up to that point. And then eventually when you get to where you can really consistently go in and halter her with the neck rope on, then try it, work with her a little bit, and then try it without the neck rope and see if you can have her loose and go halter. And then after she's consistently comfortable with that, then see if you can leave her overnight with the halter off.